Hey Lipsey Guns fans, it's Jason and Dale, and we're excited to bring you the new American Generation 2 rifle. We took this rifle out to the range, we shot it a bunch, and I tell you what, I'm super excited about it.
A lot of different rounds went downrange, and the grouping we got out of it was spectacular.
Yeah, like all Ruger American rifles, those guns have been known to shoot well. I've got several of them myself, and I haven't had one yet that shot over an MOA.
No, exactly.
And the Generation 2 is no different in that respect. But I tell you what, it is a lot different in a lot of the features. They took a lot of the feedback from consumers and end users who've had the regular American rifle, and they built in a lot of those improvements into this model. The first, probably biggest thing is now has 3-position safety.
Yeah.
So the bolt handle hangs out there. You're walking through the thickets. You're going through brush, and such that bolt handle's not locked by the safety. It can come open, dump your round out, causes all kind of issues. Now, this with the safety all the way in the rear position, it locks the bolt and is unsafe. You put it in the mid position, and you can manipulate the bolt, but it's still unsafe. And then obviously all the way forward, it's fire. Still in that tang position, which is the best position for a manual safety on a rifle.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's a great improvement. The next big thing is the barrel. They had the Predator models, had a little bit heavier barrel than the standard guns, but all the American Generation 2 rifles will have a medium contour spiral-fluted barrel. So those deep spiral flutes help reduce that weight and also helps dissipate the heat a little bit.
It does.
It really looks striking on the gun too. It gives it a great look. This gun looks a lot more high speed than the original Ruger American did.
Yeah.
So kind of similar contour as the Predators had, but a little bit better balance now with these deep spiral flutes. Another great thing about this rifle is the stock is made to have an adjustable length of pull and comb all in one unit.
Yep.
So now you don't have to buy a compact stock and a full length stock. You can adjust the stock down to 12 inches from the 13 3/4 inch length of pull. It also comes with a high cheek piece for a bigger optic, or you can put a lower one on there as well. All these parts will come. You can shop at Ruger.com and get those. They even actually have stock weights. If you want to add a little weight to the back of the gun, some people like to reduce the recoil a little bit more.
Right.
That's available as well at ShopRuger.com. AI mags are going to come standard on this model. A really solid magazine option. AI mags are pretty ubiquitous now.
Yeah.
They feed really smooth.
Extremely easy to load.
Yeah, it's a straight inline magazine.
Right.
You can get the overall length of your rounds pretty long in those mags as well. So it works really, really well. This gun fed really smoothly. The bolt is a lot smoother than the original American in my experience. You could actually, you can shoot it off the bench and work it with one hand, and it doesn't feel catchy like some of the original guns did. So I really like that. It's a 70-degree bolt throw, and it's got 3 lugs, so you can mount those scopes real nice and low on there. You don't have to worry about your bolt handle hitting your scope.
And your oversized bolt handle itself, it is replaceable.
Yep, it's threaded. It's got a screw in there, so if you want to change it out, real simple to do. Another great upgrade. The trigger's adjustable from 3 to 5 pounds. The American triggers have always been really good. It's got the tab in there, so it makes it drop safe. Real crisp on this gun. It was really easy to manipulate. The gun itself is about 6.5 pounds without the scope. So it's that really good weight where it's still very shootable, but it's not so heavy.
It's not going to weigh you down.
Yeah, exactly. Some of these super flyweight guns, they're great to carry, but they're really kind of difficult to shoot sometimes. So this, I think, really hits that sweet spot for a rifle. The rail comes installed from the factory on there, so all you got to do is throw on your rings and your scope. Super easy to do. So all in all, I think with the radial brake, the weight of here and everything, very manageable to shoot. You're going to talk about the different calibers that it's available in, but this is a 6.5 Creedmoor, and like Dale said, we shot this gun up quite a bit, and it really felt like shooting 223. This radial brake was super effective. They're all going to be threaded, so easy to suppress if you want to do that, or put a thread cap on it if you want to do that.
Ruger really did a lot, especially with redesigning this entire stock. The texture on it, it's really grippy. In case your hands get wet, it's cold outside, you get snow on it, it will stay in your hands.
Yeah, this textured paint that they did on the stocks, I really like it, because some of these checkers on these synthetic stocks is almost too sharp. It's a little too aggressive. This I find is a really good compromise.
It's a good balance.
Yeah, I really like it. It handled well, and I think it really looks good. I love this color scheme. I think it's a winner.
Yeah, and like Jason was saying, this is a gunmetal Cerakote It's on the barrel and receiver. The standard rifles are all going to come with a 20-inch barrel. AI mags, like Jason said, they're going to come in 204 Ruger, 223, 243, 6.5 Creedmoor, 708, 308, and 450 Bushmaster. All the exact same configuration, spiral-fluted with the brake. The Ranch rifle is going to have the same texture on the stock, but it's going to be an FDE. And like Jason said, it's going to come with the AR mags, and that Cerakote is going to be just a Cobalt Cerakote.
Yeah, those guns will have a 16-inch barrel.
Correct. Those will be a little shorter, 16, same spiral flute, and those will be available in 5.56, 300 Blackout, 7.62 by 39, and 450 Bushmaster.
Yeah, the 450 Bushmaster and 7.62 by 39 will use different mags.
Yes.
But the 5.56 and the 300 Blackout will use AR-style magazines. So
exactly.
Really a handy little setup. I tell you, for riding around for a little varmint and predator gun.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and that little bit heavier profile barrel, those guns ought to shoot pretty well.
Well, and it helps you, we talked about weight before, but it just forces you to really start steady up.
Yep.
Super lightweight, you tend to get that wobble.
You get all over the place. Yeah.
So
yeah, and that short barrel, man, makes a great gun to suppress. So, and I know Ruger will end up offering all kind of variations down the road and everything, but this is for the initial launch, and I really think they covered their bases pretty well with these options. So go to LIPSEY'S to check out more reviews like this, and go to LIPSEY'S to find a dealer in your area to get one on order. I tell you, Ruger, I think, really knocked it out of the park again with the American Generation 2 rifle, and I'm super excited to see what else comes out in the future. So Dale, do you have any final thoughts on this one?
Final thoughts, Ruger really hit the ball out of the park with this next generation of American rifles and the entire platform as a whole.
Yeah, I think, the evolution of the American rifle, I think we've gotten to a point now to where they've really given us so much value and so much gun for the money. The original American rifle has always been seen kind of as an entry-level gun.
Right.
I don't see this Generation 2 as that, even though the pricing is kind of entry-level, really the feature set and the value you get makes this a gun that you could buy somebody and they can hunt the world with it.
And also it's a rifle that someone can grow into with
Absolutely.
at the pool. So it's kind of a one-stop shop.
Yep, I love it. And until next time, aim higher.